All right, today we are going to go to Bollywood, one of the parks here at Dubai Parks and Resorts. All right, we are in Bollywood. Now, to be honest, this is the park I know the least amount, so you're seeing it for the first time as I'm seeing it. First impressions. Kind of glad I came here later in the day when the sun's starting to set. All the colors on the buildings really pop. Nice colors in concrete. Pretty cool. Something here. I'm be very careful not to offend anyone with this video because I'm sure a lot of the stuff in this video has importance to some people. I just am naive to know. There are a few rides, as in simulators here. They did announce that recently, to help draw more attendance here, they will be adding more traditional rides in the near future. So a lot of the park is like games, restaurants, gift shops, and they have like signage and like advertising. I'm sure a lot of these are people's favorite films from back when. So I'm sure if you were a fan of these properties, you'd walk around and go, oh, that's cool to see the poster there. But next up, we're going to check out Don the Chase. Looks like he's in Dubai with the palm behind him. So let's go check out what Don has to and what we're chasing. Surprise, surprise, it's a simulator. They love their simulators here. Still anxious to find out what Don the Chase is. All right, just got off Don the Chase. What do you think, Brian?
I thought it was better than Fast and the Furious.
Ooh, so basically, it's a motion simulator. If you watch the Motion Gate video, get on my Parks and Fuse here, it's the exact same simulator type as Motion Gate's Hunger Games ride. You sit in
Panda Express.
Yeah, you sit in a flat-based simulator. It rolls out into a 180-degree screen. Everything happens around you. It rotates back. But Don the Chase was basically, you get in this thing. The car. The video is you in a car driving down the main road in Dubai, just straight down it, for like 90% of the movie, with people just shooting at you like machine gun style, which I thought was a little strange. And then the last little bit is helicopter picks you up, flies you past the Burj Khalifa, because of course you gotta get that in there. And then it dumps you on a boat dock. Don steps off the car and says, "Remember, you almost caught me, but Don, it's impossible to catch." And then he walks off the screen. That's the ride, guys. That's the ride. Can't make it up. This crazy huge train, like full-size train here, is a restaurant. Like, really love the details in this park. Even if I'm not familiar with any of the IPs, the details are just really neat to see. And as suspected, this looks really cool at night. Unfortunately, no show tonight, so we won't be able to see this epic show in the building. All right, walk into the Hall of Heroes. There's a flying simulator ride over here. Not gonna lie, this does make me want to watch some of the Bollywood movies, and they're on the Emirates in-flight system, so I'm gonna try to watch some of these coming back. I definitely want to check out some of these I'm seeing. All right, we just got Krish's hero flight. Brian, I need you to help me, keep me honest here. All right, so spoiler alert right now about this ride. It's about that guy, as we presume. You start off, and I am 100% serious with everything I say, on a cable car going to an island where there's a giant statue at the sky.
It's the Krish Museum. That guy is Krish.
Yes. And as you're going across, there's a lightning storm, big storm. Brian, we both worked in attractions. You shut it down. Yeah.
But they did not.
Sky rides are the first rides to close. Why this is operating in a lightning storm beyond me. But as you expect, lightning hits the wire, you fall from the sky, and right before you hit the water, Krish saves you. And then Krish is like, "I promised you a journey, so since you can't see my museum, come see me." and show me the world. And then
he interrupts our adventure
and takes us to some
takes us to a field
with like waterfalls
where he's running with his friend who's a horse.
Yes, and he's trying to catch the horse. But right before he gets to the horse, again, not making all this up, aliens appear and take you, and of course Chris is like, stay back, it's not safe. But of course, our tour guide, the cable car operator, since he already operated the ride in the rain and the storm, he doesn't know better, does he, Brian? He doesn't know better. No. So Chris decides that we follow Chris to some alien planet where there was like Independence Day going down, like alien spaceship trying to like suck up the power of the city. And then it turns to, you know what it turned into? Star Tours, Brian.
Yes.
As we fly through the building with Chris and go after the power supply. And of course, there's one button that kicks off the power supply, just like Star Tours. But our main man here, Chris, is able to find that power supply, knocks it off, and then he all of a sudden magically bolts us back to where the storm was no longer happening, but he took us to his museum, and we end in the museum. And you know what the crazy thing at the end is, Brian? He
goes, was it a dream?
Boom.
Yes.
Boom.
It was all a dream.
Boom. Do a mic drop right now, Brian. Give me a mic drop. Boom. You have a pretty cool theme area. This is a stunt show back here. Neat themed restaurant. All right, just did this Shooting Dark ride. And it's basically a Bollywood movie if Bollywood did a Western movie. So it's like, looked like a Western movie just with Bollywood characters in it. Triotech Dark Ride, think Voyage to Iron Reef, done Western style with Bollywood characters, and you got this ride. But like, I can't tell if these rides are supposed to be like serious or like jokey, or like it definitely makes sense. You need to know the background on these characters, because like, it seemed like the lead villain was like this prankster guy and like kept making jokes. So that kind of made it fun. But yeah, interesting ride. The only true actual ride, non-simulator here. Small indoor kid area. Good to see a couple rides indoors. This park is, I mean, they have a couple of simulator rides and indoors, and the shows are indoors, but most of the other rest of the park is just outside walking around. Could get hot fast. All right, this part of the park reminds me of, dare I admit, Crazy Rich Asians. I saw the movie, it's pretty funny. I was forced to watch it. Guys, it's okay, it's a romantic comedy, but it's kind of funny. But it looks like Singapore, and right when I went to go say that, Brian, I don't know if you've seen Crazy Rich Asians.
I have not, but
you have not, but he knew it was Singapore, so that made me feel a little bit better. This park really does come to life in the evening. Now I see why, you know, it's open the latest. Legoland's 10 to 6 today, I believe. Motion Gate was 12 to 9, and this is 1 to 10. And I can definitely see why. Like I said, it kind of just pops at night with the color and the foliage, and you know, just with everything, and probably lack of, like, you know, most of the parks outside except for the rides and shows. You're, you know, in the summer you're going to want it the later hours, so definitely see why it's open later. Something to keep in mind just in general if you're coming to these parks is, like I said, Motion Gate opened at 12, this opened at 1, Legoland was 10. But if you're used to like Disney World, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning openings, or even Six Flags and Cedar Fair with like 9 and 10 a.m. openings, it was nice for us, we got to sleep in, but kind of takes away part of your morning. So you kind of got to replan things and maybe actually do stuff in the morning before you go to the parks. So that wrapped up the visit to Bollywood Park here. Really interesting. I certainly enjoyed it. I couldn't tell if the simulators were supposed to be funny or that's just, you know, how they are, but I thought them to be hilarious and they were really fun. But Brian and Ranger, who are with me, we're all kind of splitting off trying to hit our favorite rides before we call it a night to various parks. So we're going to cut to a review.
Hey, this is Ranger checking in with a few more attraction reviews. First is Lagoon Thrill of Victory. This is a 3D motion simulator ride, which is similar to Simpsons at Universal. It's like being in a cricket-themed pinball ride, and you're the ball. It's a very dynamic motion simulator ride, and I believe it to be the strongest attraction in the park. Next up is Raw 1 Unleashed. This is another motion simulator attraction that is like the ones at the former Paramount parks. Raw 1 is a villain who escapes the virtual world and creates chaos in the real world. He must be captured and sent back to his realm. I see this attraction as solid and about on par with the Krish ride. I also saw the Cinemagic show, which is like Disaster at Universal. Guests are given costumes and are asked to perform actions in front of a green screen. At the end of the attraction, a short movie trailer is played which features the guests' performances. Finally, I need to mention the food, as Indian culture is central to the theme of this park. The food I got from the Spicy Dhaba restaurant was my favorite meal I had on our entire UAE trip. Highly recommended.